Many years ago, before COVID, I remember just running back home from school because the only thought in my mind was to play video games. I remember this particular day very well when I came home and I really wanted to play video games, so I was looking for my iPad because I used to play video games on my iPad all the time. However, the problem now was that my mom has hidden it. Now I had two options: either be like, the good kid who would only just like read books and study and whatever and always obey the rules, never break the rules, or be the kind of the evil kid who would play the games anyway, like try to find the iPad anyway, even if it was against the rules. And being the kid that I was, I just tried to find the iPad anyways, and I actually found it. I was just so addicted that I couldn't even live without my iPad, so basically just trying to find it was the only way. And when I found it, it was kind of stressful because, my parents could arrive at any moment, so I had to be quick with playing these games, otherwise I would just get punished. And so I played the games on my iPad anyways. I played stuff like PUBG Mobile or Minecraft Pocket Edition or games like that. I was really happy. I was having fun winning these games and I was kind of in a flow state by playing these games or whatever. However, then I heard a knock on my window. It was my mom, and I knew that I was now going to get punished because I wasn't supposed to be playing my iPad in the first place. I was just so addicted that I couldn't even pay attention to any of my surroundings, and that was also why my mom caught me so easily. And so she opened the door and came inside and started yelling at me, of course. Thankfully she didn't beat me because my parents weren't like abusive or anything, but still, like, I got punished and I couldn't play my iPad for a few weeks or something. And that was the fucking sign of my addiction, bro. And maybe an even more sad thing was that no matter how much my parents tried to get rid of my iPad or my gaming addiction, nothing worked, because I would always find the iPad or find the phones or whatever, and I would just never stop playing those games. This cycle went on for days and weeks and months and even years until COVID came. And if I'm being completely honest with you right now, bro, the pandemic and the virus made things like 10 times worse. At first I was actually really happy that everything was in lockdown because, I didn't have to go to school. I could just chill at home and do things that I really wanted to do instead of staying in school for 6 to 7 to 8 hours a day. But when days and weeks and even months went by, my life basically started to crumble and my addictions just got way worse. A regular pandemic school day, I would basically just wake up at like 9 a.m. or something because I had a Zoom meeting. Half the time I would just be sleeping in the meeting and I wouldn't actually do any of my homework tasks. I would just get like really bad grades. I couldn't study, I couldn't function because I had no teacher, I had no one basically that would teach me. And that just combined with my gaming addiction, because I had all the time in the world. I was basically just playing those games in my Zoom meetings or whatever, and that just made my life like complete shit. And absolutely every day was like this. I would just wake up for my Zoom meeting, then maybe go back to sleep. At the very end of the day, I would maybe do some homework tasks if I really felt like it. However, most of my time would just be spent gaming, playing like Roblox or Minecraft or something really stimulating. It felt like I wasn't even a human because I never went outside. I was just staying inside, chasing dopamine, and I was just stuck in the cycle of this addiction. But bro, this cycle of my gaming addiction still went on after the pandemic, because after that I never truly recovered, or I never truly got out of my addiction. So every time I would get home from school, I would just put up my computer and play all of these games that I really liked, and basically do that until I fell asleep. That was basically my whole life for years and years. But yeah, of course I made some really great memories from playing those games, because otherwise I wouldn't have played them. Some of these gaming sessions I had were really fun, and I get it, like it's sometimes okay to dabble in a little bit of gaming because it's just fun, and just playing with your friends makes some great memories. However, still, if you fall into this deep addiction, then this is a really big problem in your life. Also, this addiction wasn't bad only because I was in my gaming chair all of the time and in my room and never went outside and breathed fresh air. It was also really bad because I never talked to my family when I was in my room. I would always stay inside. I would never socialize. I would never create memories outside in the real world when I was inside my room, of course. And that really snowballed into me having really bad social skills and not even knowing, I don't know, how to hold a conversation. My stance on gaming has changed quite a bit, but still I wouldn't really recommend playing for over a few hours a day, since this is just a sign of addiction. In my opinion, you should have things, actually fun things that you do in real life, because that's just how life should be, not most of it spent behind a computer. And I do get it, once in a while it's really fun to play video games with your good friends, but still I would really recommend just having something to do in real life. Obviously, I'm not an expert in any field, I'm just sharing my opinion on the internet. But this is just how I'm doing things right now, that I'm spending a few hours a day on the internet, or maybe gaming a few times a week. I'm not spending much of my time on gaming at all anymore. But still, if you want, you can play some games, but I don't really recommend spending too much time on them. So you can put your opinion in the comments, because last time I made a video on gaming I got a bunch of backlash, but I wanna just see your opinion this time, so you can maybe comment or share the video or like or whatever, or subscribe or whatever. But I think that's it for this video right now, so thank you very much for watching, bro. See you in the next one.